It's live on Facebook, so it's already on the Facebook.
My God, now itself it is in the Facebook.
Sahal, can you request our secretary to join?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Abdul Nasser Goodwill അടിച്ചാൽ മതി. അവിടെ തന്നെ റീനെയിം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. കുറച്ചുകൂടി സ്ഥലല്ലേ? ഒക്കെ എടുത്താ പോരെ? When Rishraj sir has, is he entered? While he is when he is entering, let us directly start, right?
Sir, it is now on live. We are on live. We are being. It's live on the Facebook now itself.
Yeah.
So people are watching. Started watching. I have told Rishraj Singh sir that I'll give a call by the time he can start entering. So if I would request Jawahar sir to, yes, yes, Jawahar sir, it's live on the Facebook now itself. Sharp at 4 o'clock, we have made that live.
Hello.
Yes, can we start? Jawahar sir, can we start?
Hello, Deepa ma'am.
Yes, can we start, Jawahar sir? Sahel, I think Jawahar sir had some problem with the audio.
I think so.
Yes. Can I call Rishraj Singh sir to the program?
Yeah.
It's 3:58. He will join sharp at 4.
Yeah. Jawahar sir, is it clear?
Jawahar sir, is it clear for you?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. You're clear. It's clear for you, no?
Yes.
So it is now.
Yes,
now
yes.
itself it is live.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Can you speak, please, Jawahar sir? Can you speak about Hindustan Scouts and Guides, 2 sentences, so that we can start?
When he will be joining?
He is ready to join even now, but we will
When
give
sir will be joining?
now itself. He is ready.
Hello.
He is ready, sir.
Hello.
He is ready. Sahel, I am audible, right? Sahel, I am audible.
എന്താ clear ആവുന്നില്ലല്ലോ?
Yes, ma'am.
I am clear. Jawahar sir, now you are clear.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Jawahar sir, a formal 2 or 3 words. After that, we can start.
About the Scouts and Guides, Hindustan Scouts and Guides in Kerala.
ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ തുടങ്ങിക്കോളൂ. ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തോ ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം കാണുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന്.
Welcome to the today's.
എനിക്കൊന്നും കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല അങ്ങോട്ട്.
Sahal can help. Sahal, just give a call to sir and help. Welcome to all the people across who are watching on Facebook Live, the Hindustan Scouts and Guides Association of Kerala, being an anti-drug abuse day and being a day of great importance in the life of youngsters who are climbing up their lives today. We thought of having a wonderful program, and that too straight from the mouth of Sri Rishraj Singh IPS, who has done a great work in this field and whose contribution is immense to motivate students, other faculties around, all the educationists around, and even every walk of life by his deeds, a dedicated person. Today on this Facebook, this live and this Zoom meet, Rishraj Singh sir will be the keynote speaker. Along with him, we have today on this, I think all of you will be watching, we have Mr. M. Jawahar, who is the State Secretary for HSG, Principal of Islahia Public School, Kottakkal. We have our State Chief Commissioner, M. Abdul Nasser. He is a very dynamic person, and he is also there. Sir is going to join. So now we have here Nasser sir is also there. Jawahar sir is there with the State Secretary. We have district commissioners. We have all people around who are joining us from different parts of Kerala and outside Kerala. Welcome to National Organizing Secretary, National Organizing Commissioner Chauhan sir. Very nice to see you today. Unnikrishnan sir, who is a great motivator, plus a person who is so much active in Hindustan Scouts and Guides, a person, a veteran. So welcome to all of you.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes. Do you hear me, madam?
yes sir, I can hear you.
I speak or?
Sir, can we start? It's Hindustan Scouts and Guides Association Kerala, along with the Hindustan Scouts and Guides unit of Sri Sharada Vidyalaya, is happy to host this program of on this particular day. And as all of us know that the theme of 2020 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is better knowledge for better care. Emphasis the need to improve the understanding of world drug problem and how in turn better knowledge will foster greater international cooperation for countering its impact on health. Sir, we feel you are the right person. Today morning, when I was talking to one of the trustees of Adi Shankara Group, he said a person who speaks and who walks and talks on this what he speaks. So a person to address all of the fraternity across India and abroad. Today, children all over are listening to you, sir. So the Rishraj Singh IPS doesn't need any DGP of police and correction forces. Please don't need any introduction from any part of anywhere in this world, because everyone know you. And so it's a time, the forum is open for you, sir. We extend to you a warm welcome to this day, and thank you for accepting, because that shows how concerned you are for this cause. And I know, sir, your words will enlighten us, will motivate the children all around, and will always put them into the correct track. Thank you, sir, and the forum is open to you.
Madam, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I can speak in Malayalam.
Yes, sir, any both, both language, because there are students from North, South, India, Kerala, abroad. It's going on Facebook Live, sir.
And then we will speak in English. Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me on this Anti-Drug Day, International Anti-Drugs Day. 2-3 things I would like to tell about this problem, which affects maximum to the students category, students community. Let me tell you first that when I speak here, I speak with my experience, which I have gained after going to nearly 600 schools and colleges in Kerala in last three years. I was excise commissioner, so drug control comes under excise department also. Excise department of Kerala is the nodal agency for controlling drugs in the society. Police also does its job, but we are the nodal agency. So then so the schools and colleges used to call me and they used to tell me to speak about the problem to the students. So there I used to interact with the teachers, with the students and other staff. And there I realized how this problem of drugs runs in schools and colleges. First of all, what is the problem? Problem is the prevalence of drug in the society. Now, which are the drugs? The drugs are like.
Excuse me, ma'am. Tell everybody to mute their speaker.
Everybody, please mute their speakers. All of you, please mute the speakers, and sir will be disturbed because during his speech. Okay,
please,
sir.
Can we continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
The drugs are like heroin, brown sugar, ganja. You know, these are this opium. These are the drugs which we are talking about. Now, let me tell you, you rarely find these drugs as in their purest form. What happens in a place like Kerala, or for that matter in the other places in India or outside, they are mixed with the other products and then they are sold to the children. For example, they would be mixed in the juice, they would be mixed in chocolates, they would be mixed in sweets, and then these things are sold at and around schools and colleges. So the advice given to you is that never eat anything which doesn't have a wrapper. If a chocolate or a sweet or anything else, if it is wrapped properly, so wrapped thing will be from a good company, from a qualitative company, so that you can eat. But things generally in South Asian, in India, in South Asian countries, the chocolate or this kind of stuff is sold as it is. There is no wrapper as such. That is dangerous. There is every possibility of any drug item or any drug substance being mixed with them. That is the lesson number one. That is also a lesson for the teachers also, lecturers also, because they also go to school by walking, or they also come on their own vehicle or by bus or so. So they must also be watching a lot of shops, small shops, pawn shops, where these things are available. So where there is a lot of children are always going there and standing and trying to buy something, you should be curious, and then you should you should inform this matter to the local police. We got many cases in Trivandrum city in Kerala where a nearby sweet shop first started giving the sweets free, of course, to the children. So naturally, children started going over there. After some time, they started mixing the some substance of a particular drug. So then the children were already going in. So the number of children kept on increasing because it was because of the availability of the drug, it had become even more sweeter. That the sweet had become even more sweeter. So in the guise of a sweet, the people wanted to. They were those miscreants. They were giving drugs in the form of a sweet to many children. We found out, and then we got that shop closed, and the person was arrested. This is a modus operandi which is going on in the other schools, colleges also. Secondly, why do the children take drugs? There are three reasons for that. The one is the curiosity. They want to test it. They say, let us eat for the first time and we will not eat it again. Let us taste it. And there starts their continuous usage of the drug. Now the nature and the taste of the drug is as such that once you take it, you will not able to leave it back. You will have to take it, eat it again and again. So that is the first reason a lot of children they are sucked into this drug eating because of curiosity. So my advice to the children is never to test the drug even once, because then doing once you will not able to leave it. Secondly, the second reason is the peer pressure. Most of them you are studying in +2, +1, even in college, 10th class. Peer pressure. You know, in your class there is one or two person. Always there will be. We have all come from your age only, from this age only. There will be 2 or 3 persons who would be doing all sorts of wrong activities. So you know that they are taking drugs. So what they will do, they will also try to bring you along with them they will compel you to take the drug. First of all over the world, the first phenomena is that as and when the drug is given for the first time to anyone, it is always given free. This is for sure. For the first time or second time, the drug money is not taken from the user. It is for free. So they will compel you to take a higher class student will compel to a student, probably to a lower class student, in a lower level student, or he will tell to his colleague that let us use it and compel it. So due to the peer pressure, now the psychology says that the children don't know how to say no. It's a child psychology. Child doesn't know to say no. That is the way we are. So they will not say no to him. They will take it. They may not use it at that time, but as the time will come when nobody is around or so, due to the first point which I told, out of curiosity, they may use it, and then the cycle starts. Peer pressure is a big problem in the schools and colleges. Third is tension, stress level in the minds of children. I don't know about other countries, but in India, especially in southern Indian states, the parents are always they always want that their children should keep on doing always well in the school's examination. They should always come first. They should always get A+ grade. They should always get not less than 90% marks. This is a day-to-day affair. This is a problem which is available everywhere. Whether it is a small class like even first class, second class, third class, fourth class, or whether it is 10th class, 11th class, 12th class or so. Too much expectation from the children is putting children under a lot of stress. No child can bring 100% result, 90% result or A plus grade all the time, or in all his or her 12 years of career. It's not possible. There may be exceptions, but it is not possible. So what they do every time, if they say in the place like Kerala, now the situation is like this, that the only subject of communication between the child and the parent is about today what happened in the school, how are your classes going on, when are your exams, how many tuition classes you want, you must study hard, you must get A plus grade, you must get 90%. This is the only, almost, this is becoming the situation where this is the only subject of communication between parents and the children. That is very unfortunate. I mean, so what happens? So the child, the monotony sets in. Child gets bored. How long he can listen all the instructions 24 hours every day, 24 into 7 into 365? No, it's not possible. So they get bored, they get stressed, they get in tension. Come out of the tension. Do you hear me, madam?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
come out of the, to come out of the tension and the stress, they fall to the drugs. Then they go to their friends. I am totally confused. I am under a lot of stress. I need some drug so that I forget the realities for some time. These are the excuses which children are giving nowadays when we talk to them. So these are the three reasons. Now, how to get out of it? There are ways. There are ways to come out of it. First way is the responsibility of the parents. You please understand the level and IQ, the IQ level of your child. You please try to understand and you find out how good is your child in studies. Every parent will come to know about it. I am also a parent. Headmasters, principals, teachers, lecturers, all are parents. So you will realize that there will be a student will be good or very good or outstanding. These are the only three criteria. Nowadays, nobody fails. So those who are good, like 40%, 50%, they are all good. Good means that only he can only get, or he or she can only get only that many numbers. Then there are very good. Very good is, we can say, from 60% to 80%. They are good. They are very good. But then there is another class that is from 80% to 100%. I meet many children who get 1,200 out of 1,200. As I understand, 1,200 marks are there in +2. Am I right?
Yeah, in state +2, it is 1,200.
I have met many children who have got, I have given awards. My session generally ends with giving awards to the all A plus grade category students also. That is what is happening in the last 4 years. So now the parents should understand that if the child is, in spite of their best effort, the child is not getting more than 50-60%, they should leave it at that. Because that is what he or she is capable of. Any extent of your telling him or her all the time, it will not, it won't improve him or her. Child is born with that IQ only. Let us accept it. I accepted about my own children. They never got more than 60% marks. I have told it. This is there available in many magazines or in TV talks or so. My son is an ordinary student, 58%, 60%, and that is all. After +2, he tells me that he doesn't want to do study also. Fine. So what does he want to become? He says he likes animation a lot, and so we send him for an animation 2-year diploma. He comes back, and then he, from 2010 onwards, since he was 20 years old, he works for
Abraham, can you switch off your? Someone is with.
Abraham is there. Abraham,
Please switch off your. Please mute your mic.
Meenakshi can mute. You can mute there.
Yes, sir. Please.
Probably Abraham doesn't want to listen. That is what I want to say. Maybe.
No, yes, sir. Maybe
Those
these
are
people are not
technical
used to.
issues.
No, it's all right. So I accepted it. So he is now working in animation studios. He has already made 11 films. So nothing happened badly if he did not score very high in the schools. And we accepted it. If I would have gone after his life, neither he would have become an animation artist, nor he would have gone to any IIT or MBA or so, because he is not of that type. We have seen the IQ, but he is excellent in other fields. That is the case with each child. Every child is born with the best of the qualities. Sometimes those qualities are in the academic field, where we see children always scoring more than 95% marks, very good. But there are some people who are good in other fields. Our problem of our parents is that we do not find those qualities in our own children. Sports. How many parents are there who inspire or who tell their children to go only for sports and forget about their studies? Nobody. I have yet to meet a parent who says that, sir, I have left him to become a good sportsman and he need not worry about the studies. Even if he gets 40%, 45%, it is okay. I have not met anyone. But you see the examples around you, Sachin Tendulkar or Sanju Samson, Sachin Baby, or Saurav Ganguly or Rahul Dravid. You see their academic, level. Maximum 12th pass, or might have gone to a degree, and they might have passed with some humble marking. That is all. Either you can play or you can study. Sachin Tendulkar's biography, if you read, he finally went to his father because he had to pass exams. Whenever the exams will be there for 2-3 months, he will not able to play. So then he said to his father, then look, please decide whether I should play or I should study. His father told him that you forget about study, you go and play. And the rest is history. Sanju Samson, I have met that boy. He has been playing cricket from the age of 13, 14, where he will get time to go to school. But he is doing so well. He has already earned nearly 30-40 crores. He is playing in IPL in the last maybe 7-8 seasons. Every season give him nearly 2 to 3 crores. Sports is not bad. Earlier we were not playing sports because there was no money. It plays like even a sport like kabaddi. They are earning nearly 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees every day. In their kabaddi series, that IPL, like there is
pro kabaddi.
Pro kabaddi. They have earned lakhs of rupees. You take any sports. So what is the aim in our life? We should do well in our life. We should earn sufficient money so that you can do also through the sports also. Forget about the sports. If suppose some of us, the children may be good in singing, children may be good in dancing, You take, I always I jokingly, I always tell, you take the field of Malayalam singing, Malayalam film singing. Who has been singing in Malayalam since last 50 years? Two names comes. One is Sir Yesudas sir, and in women it is K.S. Chitra. Do you remember immediately if I tell you to find two more names as women singers, you will take minimum 20-30 seconds to find out, because there are not, people are not, white people are not there, because we are not sending more and more children to become them as singers. Shreya Ghoshal comes and she sings all your songs. Nothing wrong. Shreya Ghoshal singing the Malayalam song or Tamil song, Telugu song, she is a great artist. But we could have, the Malayalis could have also sung the Malayalam songs. There's nothing wrong in that. But it needs time. Singing means, at that level, singing means you need nearly 10 to 15 years of practice. Would any parent allow his or their daughters or or their sons to go only for the singing practice and not to bother about the studies? I have not met anyone in my career. So that hobbies are not being encouraged. Parents, now the time has come. Now there are thousands of fields. Why do we have to have a livelihood only through studying very hard and then passing an exam? We can get a good livelihood doing something else also. Teacher, you forget about others. Teaching job. I felt so bad when I go to the schools and I always ask that please raise your hand who wants to become IAS, IPS. Then a lot of hands are raised. I say, who wants to go to army? Some hands are raised. Then I say, okay, who wants to become a teacher? No hand is raised. You see, now why the children do not want to become teachers? I was a teacher. I was a lecturer before joining service for 1 year. Teaching is such a noble job. No kid, it's a challenge. You go and talk to your children in an assembly or so, not more than, if at all anybody raises a hand, not more than 5 children out of 500 will raise the hand to become a teacher. That is the level of our knowledge to give to the children, that what they should do in their life. The children are confused. All they want, IAS, IPS, engineer, doctor. IAS, IPS is later, engineer, doctor, engineer, doctor. Go to any home, go to any house, there are 2 children. Parents have already decided that one will become a doctor, another will become an engineer. They don't like. You go to these coaching classes, you know something. In coaching classes, now maximum drugs are being used. You can quote me on that. Why?
Correct.
We found out the reason. I said, why are you doing this? In the night, we used to catch them in school uniform. Think of it. The child he or she is in a school uniform. They might have come around 4 p.m. or so, or they have been asked to attend the coaching class and then to come at home. So in the night, we used to catch these children who were being used as carriers. This drug, please take from this place to that place. So some money will be given to them. They are happy. So we caught them. They say, please don't tell it to our parents. I said, why are you doing it? I said, why are you in uniform at 8 p.m. or so? Yes, sir, the parents have told us, they have enrolled me in a engineering coaching class or in a PMT coaching class. I have no interest. So what I do, since I cannot argue with them, they don't listen to me. So I go in the class, and then the class is full of nearly, in one period, as I understand, 300 to 400 people are sitting in one room. So if 5 or 6, they quietly go out, nobody notices, they make a gang, then they roam around in the city, that they also need some money. So this is the work they do. So this is all going on in Trivandrum city. What to talk of other cities of this kind, of the places also. So let the career be decided by the child, not by the parents. This is what the parent has to understand. And they should not, you tell, there is a limit of telling a child to improve. And if the child is not yielding, if the child is not able to come to your expectation, then please leave it. Let him or her pass with good class or very good class or so. They will do in their life. Nobody remains, nobody starves here, you know. We have also, the parents have also come this way also. Our parents also wanted to do us a lot of things, but we didn't do. We did what we liked, and we have done well, reasonably well. So have the faith in your children and also allow them to do what they want to do. This is the instruction for, this is my advice to the parents. Then parents, the second advice to the parent, third advice to the parent is not to pressurize them for in the academic field. Second, encourage them if they are good in any other extracurricular activity, singing, dancing, sports, etc. And the third is, if the child has somehow started using the drugs in an excessive manner, so then the parent should take him to the psychologist or to the psychiatrist or to the de-addiction centers, which are now available in every district of Kerala. The general tendency in Kerala I see is to suppress the information. Mother, a lot of ladies are here, mother will come to know the day child takes drugs, mother will come to know what may come. That is the nature of the society in which we live. But mother will never tell. Mother thinks that is unplaced love and affection for the child. Mother will hide it. She knows that he takes the drugs because it is to find out that your child is taking drugs is very easy. I will give you some clues. If you check who washes the uniform of your child, mother washes the uniform. Who checks the tiffin? Mother checks the tiffin. And mother has the authority to check your bag also, school bag. If these three things are checked minutely, you bet you will come to know that your child has taken the drugs, if he or she has taken, because the pungent smell will be there. Children are not expert drug users that they will remove all the signs of their usage of the drugs. It will be there. Unusual smell, mother should be knowing that this is very unusual smell, from where it is coming. Then mothers will come to know if these symptoms they will find in their children. Child is feeling lazy. Child comes to home and goes to his or her room and bolts from inside. It is a sure sign of doing something wrong. Take it from me. I'm telling you from my experience. If a child after 10 hours of remaining away in the school or a tuition or so is still coming and not trying to talk to you, and still he wants to spend time by himself or herself, and by locking from inside, there is a problem. You have to find out. Time has come to find out why he or she is doing it. Then third is, his weight is reducing. The fourth is, his marks have come down sharply and very suddenly. In the last 3 months, grades have suddenly fallen down. Then his company, what kind of kids he is moving around. Then he doesn't want to talk on phone before you. He always wants to go away and talk to them. Why? An 8th class student or a 10th class student, what kind of secrecy he wants to talk with his friends, which you should not know. Then the perspiring. Now, in Malayalam, ഉറക്കം പാടില്ലാത്ത സമയത്തിൽ ഉറങ്ങുക, ഉറങ്ങുന്ന സമയത്തിൽ ഉറങ്ങാതെ ഇരിക്കുക. That is, sleeping when you are not supposed to sleep, like in class, or not sleeping even at 12 a.m. or at 1 p.m. when you are supposed to sleep. These are all classical symptoms of usage of drugs. You take it from me. So mother will come to know who is the mother. Till today, they say the best friend of a child is a mother only. Mother will come to know, but she will not tell. That is she will say that my child will, the others will laugh at him or they will say something bad about him. Well, that time is gone. The moment you come to know, tell your husband, that is the father of the child, then take information from school and then consult a psychologist. I can tell you 90% cases, your drug problem of your child will be going away. Because you have acted fast, you have taken him to a psychologist or a sociologist, and then they will tell him or her, they will tell him a lot of things, and then he will not touch them. But our problem here, what I see in Kerala in my 3 years of my tenure in Excise Commissioner, that we don't tell, and then it is condition becomes severe, and then it is very difficult. He becomes a patient of it. Then there is no other option but to take him to a de-addiction center or to a hospital, admit him or her, and then give him or her a treatment. That is expensive also. It takes time. So we should not reach to that level. Before that, please act and get the child treated. These are the 3 instructions for parents. Second is for the teachers. Inside a school or a college, it is just not possible that children on their own take drugs and the teachers do not come to know about it. That is just not possible. What I have a feeling is that teachers are knowing these same symptoms are there in the class also. Now the new studies are saying that the maximum use of drugs is not in hostel or not in toilets. The maximum drug use is in the running class. Running class, you are all teachers. Some of the teachers are sitting here. You know, before 50 people, 50 children are sitting before you. If someone is trying to give something to somebody else, if something is chewing something in the class, you are not supposed to chew something. So that means something is in your mouth. You are trying to gulp something. You are not giving any attention. Whatever you lecture you give, they are not listening to you. They are restless. Every 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, they want to go to toilet. They are sleeping. Their grades are falling. These are the classical symptoms of a drug use. You should challenge them. First, challenge them individually, secretly, so the others do not come to know about it. If still they do not improve, take them to the report the matter. You are also responsible for the well-being and the good health of the child also, which you are not doing. So tell the headmaster will call the parents. This thing should be brought in the knowledge and then some treatment should be done about it. I am afraid that kind of effort is not being taken in the schools and colleges. Everybody is trying to play safe. We know it and we pretend that we have not seen it. This will not help to anyone. The child will go to... Now, tell me honestly, your own child is, suppose, let us say, this is studying in that same school. What you will expect from his teacher, that if any of these symptoms, that teacher comes to know, he should come and tell you, isn't it? So then why you don't do the same thing with other children? They have sent those children to your school because they have faith in you. Now they come and do these kind of things, and if you keep quiet, so that is almost a breach of trust. That is one. Secondly, occasionally, if they say that there is a lot of use in toilets also, occasionally lady teachers can go to ladies' toilet and the male teachers can go to the boys' toilet. They can have some search also. That will have a sense of fear. Hostel. It is rampant in hostels. Can anybody can say that it is not there in hostels? It is. We tried to remove it. We told management that please help us. We will come and raid your hostels. No management was ready to help us. TKM, I I wish is there any faculty from TKM, any TKM school or any TKM management run school or college listening this. They were the only management who supported us. They say, please come and raid. It is for the good of our children only. So excise department officers went and raided the hostels. It had its own effect, but no other management told us. Their loss, not mine, not ours. So teacher has to see inside the school if they have to catch the children if they are having this. Secondly, if they are not, suppose the plus one school children are quite developed children. I mean, they are quite, they have a lot of, they are grown-ups. So if they are resisting to you, if they are speaking against you, if they are you are not able to control them, then you call police or excise for that matter. They will come and interfere. But no teacher has told in 3 years, even if when we go there, we speak to them, we speak to the children. After that, I go to the staff room also. Invariably, teachers will take me to their staff room. A tea will be served. Other teachers are also there. At that time, at least they should say that this school has some problem, please do something about it. Never, ever any complaint was raised before me. That's not fair. Time has come to let the others to know and act. The teacher should take an active role. The passive role will not help their children. Then this de-addiction center is there. So these are, then for the children, there are a lot of children are sitting here. Scouts are sitting here. Guides, ladies, girls are called guides. They are sitting here. Kerala police has some student police cadets are also there. I don't find any use from any of you. Sorry to say. Why? Because you have never told me about, you have never given me any information. I asked you. You come and receive me in your NCC people, they receive us, they have a band, they receive us, they take us to the dais, very impressive march, very impressive band, all those things are there. But what about the other information? You also sit in the same class, no? Isn't it? You know what's happening there. Cross your heart and you let me know that you don't know. You know it, but you don't tell outside. That what is the use of you being an scout or a NCC member or an SPC or so? If you can't protect yourself or your class, how you will protect your country? Tell me. You will not able to. ഈ നമ്മുടെ നാണം ഇത് ഒരു ഈ കാര്യം നമ്മുടെ ഇത് എന്റെ സുഹൃത്താണ് ഈ ആളുടെ കാര്യം നമ്മുടെ പുറത്ത് പറയണ്ട പോട്ടെ നാട്ടുകാരറിയണ്ട ടീച്ചർമാരറിയണ്ട ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഈ ചിന്ത കൊണ്ട് ഒരു കാര്യമില്ല ആർക്കും ഒരു പ്രയോജനമില്ല. That person who has already started taking it, he will after some time will become a patient of it. He will be out of class. That career is finished. Career would have continued had you told those things, had you told well in advance to the teacher or the parent. So just merely enrolling yourself as a scout or a guide or a SPC is of no use. See around, you have extra responsibility. You are a member of that class as well as you are a scout or guide or whatever. And if there are things, your name will not be disclosed outside, but tell your teacher outside the class or the headmaster or the parent. At least inform the parent. So these are this is the situation which I wanted to bring to your notice. Very simple thing. Drugs, let me tell you how does it work in Kerala or for that matter. Drugs are not available. Drugs, this is one state where drugs are not manufactured. Everything comes from outside. By railway, laborers, they bring it. If the train is coming from west coast side, that is Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Odisha, this West Bengal, Jharkhand, they come with ganja. 90% ganja come from that way. Then pan parag, pan masala, jarda, gutka, khani, This is a new thing now in Kerala. All they come from West Coast. Sorry, the earlier trains I meant was East Coast train. This is West Coast via Bombay, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka. Those trains, they come with full of this pan parak, pan masala. Pan parak, pan masala itself is having a lot of drug already being put into this. For example, aspartame. Aspartame is there in every pan masala thing. Aspartame is almost a drug. It is an element which you are not supposed to eat. So these things are coming. So then people are bringing from sea route, then the people are bringing from the road route. From Tamil Nadu also everything is coming in the trucks. Whether they are bringing vegetables, whether they are bringing any other thing. So 20,000 trucks comes to Kerala every day, nearly, small or bigger. So first they put the drug and then that quantity, whether it is a vegetable or whether it is some eatable, whether it is wheat or rice or whatever. So it is practically not possible to find a drug. This is the way it is coming. And it is, mind you, it is proliferating. If it is in the society, that is not the concern of this house. We are concerned about is proliferation of drug among children, which we can stop. What the suggestion which I gave, if we implement. Thank you very much, madam.
Chauhan sir, you wanted to speak?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Myself, K.S. Chauhan. I work with Narcotics Department in Gujarat. And nice work under this drug abuse by Mr. Hariom Gandhi, IPS. He was director Gujarat and Maharashtra. He started one event for all the school and college students to come up how you said you explained very nicely what was the system and this one. I just want to, for your information, two things. Who is this Jimmy Jose? Please mute your Jimmy Jose.
She has muted, sir. She has muted.
Okay. Sir, I just want to, this one, related with this sports and other activity. I'm happy to just inform you that Deepa ma'am introduced the first of its kind in Kerala for the talent hunt among the students, not to run behind the academic excellence. And it was started her previous school, that is GPS. Now she is going to launch in the same school now. Secondly, related about scouting in school. We have already completed our governor award, and the second assignment to all the scouts and guides in their school, scouting means spying. That is the word scouting start. We have trained our scouts and guides to give their special service to the school by spying for the betterment of school. This is one part where you address us. Third and most important is the system and the identifying the cases in school. Sri Sarada Vidyalaya, because of this lockdown is happened, otherwise Sri Sarada Vidyalaya is going to introduce a special kind of selection and health and fitness awareness test program, first for the parents and second for the all students of their school, where we can identify them if they have any system of something wrong going in their mind. So we have a psychological plan. She is having activity, which kind of skill the child has. So we are focusing, already we have a plan. And it was our pleasure that you have addressed the same point where we are looking forward. Your all words are golden words for us. We will, I personally salute you for your hard work for the nation. Thank you very much for the being in the part of this noble cause. And as Madam said, better knowledge is for the better care. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
ma'am.
Abdul Nasser, sir, you would like to give a brief. Abdul Nasser, sir.
Yeah, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kishore, sir, Rishiraj Singh, sir, we have Hindustan Scouts and Guides State Unit. Mr. Abdul Nasser is the State Commissioner of the HSG, which is of Kerala. And as Chauhan, sir, who spoke before, he was a national organizing person, and he is the person who has motivated us to form this organization. Thank you now, sir. Abdul Nasser, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest of the day, Sri Rishiraj Singh, sir, IPS. He has having so many experience with us in different stages. Before he is leaving, I just want to ask him a query. Today, the Honorable Governor has given a message. The Governor is the chief patron of this organization in the state. So he's given a message for the Police Department of Kerala, announcing some specified projects for this, what we call the speciality of this day for the protection of these youngsters from the clutches of these drugs. Sir, within 1 or 2, 3 words, can you explain that projects for our children announced by the Kerala Police today? Should I sing, sir?
No, I didn't know about it.
Okay.
Since morning, there have been 2, 3 this kind of webinars for different colleges, and even for the government of Kerala, I took a class.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So we are not aware of it. But then there is no dearth of programs already available. Kerala government had started a 20 crore rupees program called Vimukti. It is there. It is, we have implemented in every school and college. We have given money to every school and college to form a anti-drug club.
Yeah, very good.
So we have conducted sports, quiz competitions, sports in volleyball, kabaddi, cricket, tennis, badminton in most of the schools I have conducted.
Yeah, yes.
So already there are so many programs are already there.
Yeah, yes.
Under Vimukti, you must be knowing a thing called
Yeah,
Vimukti
yes.
program. Yes.
So that project is for the online in this, in the era of online. It's a specific program, and anyhow, we will publish details of that in our HSC unit.
Yes.
And
Now, Jawahar, sir, are you addressing? Jawahar, sir, I have anything to ask? Jawahar, sir, who is the State Secretary for the organization HSG, sir.
So I just wanted to thank Rishiraj Singh, sir, for joining us today. And it was a very useful session, and he enlightened this session. Thank you so much, sir, on behalf of the organization. Now,
Rishiraj, sir, it was great honor that you have addressed us. I'm sure there were thousands of children who were listening to you, and I have had my personal association with you for many of the occasions and I have heard you. And it was a genuine way that you were trying it out, and your message carried the talk for the children, for the teachers, for the students. And you have rightly pointed out, sir, if every teacher in the community and every parent takes a great step of boldly taking these children, I think the combined effort will surely give results, because everyone, even a teacher, has to identify that every child in front of her is her own child and how to deal. And as Kishore Singh Chauhan, sir, was pointing out, sir, we had in our school now I'm in Sri Sharda Vidyalaya, Kaladi, Kochi, Adi Shankara group. I think you have visited the college campus, and so you know, sir. So we are planning, in the previous school also I have planned. That is, we have identified every talent of a child, and we have had a personal counseling, which I would, people who are watching me, here on live. I also have a humble request to every parent. You want the child to study, okay, fine, but the child has some passion in him, which is to be identified. So there should be a space given to him. There is no one to listen to the child that is from his child. And so what happens, the child resorts to what you said rightly, that the pressure or the stress which is going to him or her takes into another mode of using the drugs. And I had experiences before seeing children doing this, and we have directly taken up actions for that. But then even sometimes when we talk to the parents that what is happening with your child, many of them are not happy to accept it, as you said, and it goes into a very different direction. So I was so happy that from your mouth, the people around are listening to you. And the time I just gave for all the information of everyone here, I just gave a WhatsApp message asking sir, can I speak to you? It is the right time. I just need to address. Then sir was immediately, he replied, and I was so happy that, and for the cause, how much he is dedicated. And I had a student, IPS, who got IPS last year. So Sri, the youngest person, she always tells me you were the motivating person for her to take up IPS. So on that behalf, also being her principal for many years, it was also a great honor for all of us, sir. So before winding up, Unikrishnan sir, to wind up, Unikrishnan sir, you have proposing the vote of thanks for this program before we wind up. So it's great again to be with you and hearing from you. Unikrishnan sir, who is the principal and the part of HSG. He's the principal of Benchmarks International School, Manjeri.
Hello, everybody. I am sure all the principals, CBSE principals of Kerala would remember how the DG presents Sri Rishraj Singh IPS mesmerized the 1,000 plus principals of Kerala in the All Kerala CBSE principals held in Ernakulam in the first week of October. As the state president, I had the opportunity to invite him, and I was a little scared when I called up, but immediately he agreed, and he was in the hall in time, and we all switched into panic mode because that was the time of tea break. And he said, don't worry, let them come back. And he pacified all of us. And then he made a 1 hour speech, a phenomenal speech in the history of the Confederation. And that he spoke in Malayalam. And then we realized that when he speaks in Malayalam, it's not only informative, it is entertaining also. And for the first time in the country, he proved that an upright officer can enforce law without bungling up to the whims and fancies of the politicians. I wish all the students, we have many more officers or upright officers like Sri Rishraj Singh coming up from our institutions in the days to come. Sir, the message that you gave us now will be carried forward by all of us, all the officers of Hindustan Scouts and Guides Kerala unit, and we will definitely do everything possible to curb this issue among the students of our schools. And I take this opportunity to thank everybody, especially the National Organizing Committee Director, National Organizing Committee, Sri Rishraj Singh Chauhan, the State Chief Commissioner, Mr. Abdul Nasser, and the Chief Commissioners of Hindustan Scouts and Guides Kerala, Mr. Deepa Chandran and Mr. Jauhar, and so on. Thank you very much, sir. When the situation normalizes, we would like to have you once again in a state level conference to speak to our principals and also to our teachers, so that we can carry forward this message and do everything possible to curb this issue. Thank you very much.
Sir, want to say something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can give my number.
Sir.
Right now, you can give my number to all. Let
Yes,
them
sir.
call if they have any doubt or whatever. I will be happy to answer.
The
Thank you,
number
sir.
which I have with me, sir. The number which I have.
I have only one number.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
Because
sir.
you are a busy person.
Very soon, related with this drug abuse, we can launch an event in Kerala after this situation. May our state secretary has already planned to design a program with your direction, sir. I will propose that a state level competition should be organized under your chairmanship in Sharda Vidyalaya, under the guidance of our HSG team, Abdul sir, Unni sir, and Johur sir. I have already shared my plan to Johur sir. Let's decide. I'm really happy and jealous also with Kerala team that you have get a nice and good leader like Rishiraj Singh sir. So it's a part like you are in a positive. And one more important thing, sir. In now current HSG, Kerala team is the topmost. Yesterday the census came. It's a congratulation to Kerala team. The Kerala team become the #1. Officially, we are going to announce. Today, I'm just announcing. Yesterday, the result, the census is collectively done by the All India. Kerala become from the 9th position, Kerala come in the first position. Congratulations, Kerala team.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The number of Rishraj Singh sir IPS is 9048 90480 444 444 I repeat 90480 444 This is Rishraj Singh sir's number. If anybody otherwise wants also, you can contact even me. I'll just help out to reach to him. We are happy. Sir, we will be organizing an all Kerala level Scouts and Guides camp after the situation is getting normal. And we would like you to come and address and motivate our children at that time, because we are sure the Scouts and Guides should learn from you what is the official duty is like. So taking up a responsibility.
Kerala state should take up as a challenge what sir said, what Scouts and Guides are doing. I am challenging, sir, within 1 year, all Scouts and Guides will follow your instruction and give you the report within 1 year. This is my challenge to Kerala unit. They will do it, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, sir, for being with us. Thank you, sir. We are so much thankful to you for the timely response and being
Thank you, sir.
addressing
Jai
us.
Hind, sir.
Namaste, sir. Namaste.
Yes, well done, madam. Thank you. Very good.
Shahjahan sir also has joined now. Sir, you were not seen on the screen. Now you are
See,
seen.
now I am leaving. I have another webinar, so I'm just leaving now. I will talk to you later. Okay.
Secretary is busy. You're running
Yes.
now.
with my
Secretary,
old
sir,
students.
where is the
Sir.
party, sir? Congratulations.
Sir, it is like going on live on
Thank
the
you.
Facebook.
We will meet you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me
So
too.
all the Facebook people are watching.
Okay.
Wishing you all best
Bye.
and
Thank you.
healthy
Bye-bye.
and safe.
Thank you
Stay
very
safe.
much.
Everyone who have been watching us, thank you for being with us, and hope it was a great message from HSG Kerala unit, and it is a great motivation for every children. Thank you, Chauhan sir, for joining us from Gujarat and Ahmedabad and all Unigeshan sir, all across Kerala, from Kollam, Shahjahan sir, Trivandrum, everywhere we have people. So it was nice. Thank you once again, and let us hope that. And once again, one more message to everyone. We will be coming back on Sunday. We have Jensen, the director, Mr. Jensen, the director who is dealing with the child, the child drug trafficking and all that issues. He's the director of the Kerala state. He will be, today he is busy. So he said he'll be ready to join us on Sunday. So that will also be a great session for all our children across India, because these things, not only our children should hear, it should be heard by everyone, because then only they'll understand. So he is also ready, so that HSD takes up their second proposal on Sunday. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, young lady. Thank you, young lady.
First, this live Facebook can be mute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Live Facebook was there, recorded also.
Just clean it, no? Then we can
Okay,
talk.
sir. We'll stream. Thank you. I thank the Adi Shankara Engineering College for doing this arrangement for all of us. Adi Shankara College of Engineering, which has helped me, a sister concerned, to do this wonderfully well today. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jaishankar sir. Thank you to Anand sir, because they were very particular that this program has to go on well. So thank you so much.